G'day everyone, it's Buck and I'm in a little place called Devonport, Tasmania. Yep, we're down on the Apple Isle, guys. Australia's smallest state. Welcome to episode 30. Devonport lying on the Mersey River, the north of Tasmania. And check her out. There you go, the pride of Tasmania. Those two ships, the Spirit of Tassie, guys. We were on that ship this time last night. We were getting off that. Been in Devonport for 24 hours. Nice day today, bit windy, and it still is. How's that for a sight? Coming up the Mersey River in Devonport. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, tomorrow we'll go out with a camera. It's going to be a fine day and we'll do some filming around Devonport, show you around from what we saw today. It's a beautiful little town. Can't wait to show you. Episode 30 coming to you from Tasmania. And in 5 weeks time we'll be on that old girl heading back to the mainland, the North Island, and we're on the South Island at the moment. If the Kiwis are watching, we got a North and South Island too, guys. The big one and the little one. The little one's pretty special from what I've seen too, let me tell you. That's an impressive sight, it really is. Hey, we got in at 6:30, or we came off the ship at 6:30. It's 9:30, she's heading back to the mainland. 3-hour turnaround. Wow. Well, there's our setup, everyone. Ulsana, and we are awningless for the next 2 weeks. We'll make do, and as long as it doesn't rain. If it does rain, we'll just have to bunker down in the caravan. But anyway, so be it. We've got a Fiamma awning on the way. Hopefully we'll get that fitted. Hopefully it'll be a bit better quality than the other piece of shit that was on there, and we'll see how we go. But anyway, we're at the Able Tasman Caravan Park, right near the mouth of the Mersey River, which you'll see tomorrow. M-E-R-C-Y, spelt the English way, not the Mersey, the French way. And there was a break-in last night at the camp kitchen, and they stole the jug and the toaster and tried to damage the fridges or something apparently, and it's only bloody 10 metres from us, so I'm gonna have to bloody lock up tonight because there's a few arseholes around here apparently. Anyway, get a bit blasé, we start leaving things open. You shouldn't have to lock everything up, eh? So anyway, we'll lock up tonight, go down to periscope depth, and so much for Rafa keeping a lookout. He was belly up under the doona and didn't hear shit. Good guard dog, eh? Well, Rafa's met a mate called Henry from Victoria.
Really?
And
okay.
Henry, isn't it?
Henry, that's right.
And Henry come off the, not the Able Tasman, the Spirit of Tasmania last night.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't like getting locked up in a cage either.
No, that's right.
Nor did Rafa.
Yeah, good photo there, yeah.
Henry's dad was telling us, guys, the new Spirit of Tasmania, I made a recommendation the other day that they should have a dog deck on the Spirit of Tasmanias. The new ships are going to do exactly that, which is fantastic. Well, Sunday morning, and we've woken up, as we did yesterday, to an absolute beautiful day. I can't see a cloud in the sky. Nice brisk morning, but the sun's coming up and it's absolutely glorious. Old Tassie's turning it on for us. Good on you, Tassie. But yeah, it was good having a chat with old mate. He came off the Spirit of Tasmania last night, and he said, oh, got to go into town, do some fresh fruit and veggie shopping and all that type of stuff. So that's something Roz and I will have to do today, go and buy some fruit and veggies, stuff like that, stock up, because you have to get rid of all that before you come over. But anyway, we're at the Able Tasman Caravan Park just up here. It's not a bad park. And today we'll go around while the weather's nice and show you around Devonport. We had a quick look yesterday and there's some nice places to show. And it was good watching the Spirit of Tasmania come in last night. I think another one's coming in this morning. They just keep coming in. Every day, if you live here, you'll see the Spirit of Tasmania coming in. Anyway, Rafa just had a great run on the beach with Henry. And as I said, I did a survey on the Spirit of Tasmania and I gave them top box for everything, guys. I couldn't fault it, and I said the only recommendation would be if you had a dog deck so people can have their dogs with them. And old mate said, yep, the new ships that are coming in next year, brand new ships, Spirit of Tasmania, they're doing exactly that so people can keep their dogs with them, which is fantastic. So next time we come to Tassie, we'll be able to have Rafa with us. It's a big thing for dog owners. It's even old mate said, he said, geez, it was bad bloody putting Henry in the cage when we left. I said, I know what you mean, mate. It's bad when you lock your dog in a cage and then not see him again for another 10 hours or whatever. Anyway, let's get up, make a coffee, and then once we get going, we'll show you around, do a bit of shopping. If you're ever in Devonport, I'll give you a plug. Zest Cafe in town. Absolutely beautiful little cafe. It really was. Great coffees, and I had some little Venezuelan, like a Mexican thing. They were bloody beautiful, and Roz had Turkish eggs or deviled egg, Turkish eggs or something. Well, last night we saw the Spirit of Tasmania 1 go out, and it's about 8:30 in the morning. And here's the Spirit of Tasmania 2 coming back in. They just crisscross non-stop, these two ships. That's a wonderful sight, isn't it? It really is. I could never get sick of watching that. The Spirit of Tasmania 2, Devonport. They don't muck around. At about 3-hour turnaround, she probably goes back out, and tonight we'll probably see the Spirit of Tassie 1 come in, which is the one we were on. I wonder which one we'll crack it for on the way home in 5 weeks. 1 or 2. There she is, just cruising up the Mersey. You can hear them before you see them. Lets the big horn go when she's out to sea there, and you can hear the big propellers churning.
That guy better pulling reeling his rod.
That mate down there, he's fishing. He's going to catch something big in a minute. If he catches that, he won't be reeling it in, let me tell you. Anyway, I promise that'll be the last Spirit of Tassie thing, guys. I've done it to death, haven't I? But I get excited. It's not something you see up in Queensland, these two big ships. I've only ever seen them on Google Images before. I've never seen them in real life. Good stuff. Look who's here, guys. He's surprised us. I knew you'd do it, you bugger. Lukey Reed's here, and Luke's come up from Launceston this morning. And Lukey, bloody good to see you again, mate. Last week, yeah, we saw you up in far north Queensland when you came up on holidays. It's a long way down here.
It is, and now you're in my hometown.
Yeah, I'm in Lukey's territory now. And Tyler, we'll try and catch up with Tyler while we're down here for sure. Tyler lives in Launceston. So you came up, surprised. We didn't know Luke was coming. I knew you'd do it, you bugger. I knew you wouldn't be able to help yourself. For the last few weeks or months, we've been using Luke's address because we knew we were catching up with Lukey here in Tassie. So we're using Luke's address to get stuff sent to us. And Lukey's, he ran out of room at home. He said, Buck, I've got to drive up to Devonport and give you all this shit because I can't fit it in my house anymore. We'll go through what's been there. But basically got a new stool. Ours was a bit dangerous. Jarwa sent us a new step stool there. We got a new battery box, which I'll show you later on, from iTech World. The boys got a new battery box. I said, Buck, I want to send you one and replace the one that you've already got. So it's just a plastic battery box. And look at this one. From Brody at Youngbloods, I got on and I bought a Strider dog. So Rafa's got Fraser the dingo now, and on the Spirit of Tassie, Luke, I'll show you that. We bought him a Tassie tiger called Terry, and he's got a Tasmanian devil called Davey, and now he's got a Strider dog. Who's that, Rafa? Here's Strider, look. They're cute, aren't they? I looked into getting some Raffa dogs done ages ago and the cost was astronomical, but Brody's obviously got the money to do it. And there's a Strider dog. Here's Strider. There's Strider. Look. He said, I like Strider. She's nice and furry. You be kind to her too. You be kind to Strider. Look at him. You be nice to Strider. Oh, he's bitten her on the bum. Strider might have to go in the cage with you on the way back. Anyway.
What else you got?
We'll let, I don't know what else. We've got a few other things.
Present?
Who?
Brett.
Oh, Brett's Rashy. Hang on.
Rosie, and you let him do this.
Luke. Rob the Wanderer. Are you watching? We'll send you this. Lukey's bought another Tassie Devil oven mitt. And I'll tell you what, we've used this one, the one you sent us or gave us, Lukey, when you came up. We've used it heaps. Anyway, Luke just said, give this one to Rob the Wanderer. So we might post that off to Rob the Wanderer. The old Tassie, they come in handy, mate, don't they?
They do.
They're really good.
And there's even a tiger one of them.
There's a Tassie Tiger oven glove too, is there? Oh, okay. We might buy one of them. What's this one? This is from SMG. I know what this is, guys. I'm going to show you this one. Well, hopefully I haven't bitten through it.
You're using your #1 fighting tool.
Now listen, for all yous out there that love your swimming, Brett from SMG. This is the first time I've seen it, Brett. And I'll tell you what, it looks all right too. Actually, it looks very good. Look at that. A short sleeve Mr. Buckaroony Rashy for swimming. That,
You'd have to use it down here.
I'll tell you what, Brett, that is bloody very good, mate.
You might need that later to go for a swim.
I won't be swimming down here, let me tell you.
Yes, you will be.
Today's a nice day. It's bloody nicer here than Victoria.
But it's snowing, isn't it?
It'll be snowing on Mount Wellington. Look at that, guys. New Mr. Buckaroony Rashies. That's bloody pretty good quality. That's a 2XL. So if you got kids or you're into your swimming, and they come in long sleeve as well. So the Mr. Buckaroony Rashy. So Brett, good job, mate. That is very, very good quality Rashy by the looks of it.
So what colour's that one?
Hey?
What colour's that one?
That's a blue one. That's a blue one. I should have got it right.
So they all in all colours?
Yeah, you can get those in all 11 colours. All the 11 original colours of the Mr. Buckaroony shirts. That's the After 5 one Lukey's got. And they look good, don't they? The After 5, that's the grey and black, and there's a lot of different colours there. And just remember, guys, all the Mr. Buckaroony merch, the profits from it go towards animal charities. And we've been giving it to wildlife carers on our way around. Got these off eBay the other day. These are the inserts to go in our little air fryer.
He's destroying it.
He's wrecking it, is he? Oh, Raffa's got fur all. Look at him. Look at this, everyone. Raffa, come here. Look at the fur on his... He's got fur. He's got Strider fur on his mouth.
Stop.
Oh, you be good to Strider. Come here. Oh, my goodness. Look at Strider's not looking real good. Strider. Oh, you be nice to Strider, mate.
Why are you jealous?
Poor old Strider dog. Dear oh dear. You be nice to Strider. There's the lighthouse at Devonport. We'll go and have a closer look at that. But Lukey's joined us. We're going to have a look around Devonport. Luke's like a tourist too. He said, I don't know Devonport. He said, I don't live here, Buck. Absolutely cracking day. This is beautiful weather. It really is. Cool nights, and I'm in a t-shirt. We haven't had to put a jumper on today. We were up here yesterday and the wind was off tap, but today is stunning. Look at Bass Strait. It's like a milk pond. Beautiful. Devonport's got a good feel to it. It really has. It's a nice looking town. It really is. Oh, there's a little lookout over there. There's Roz and Lukey over on the little rocky lookout there, looking out towards Bass Strait. Raf's having a look around. Yeah, looking back towards Devonport. There's a few beaches around, a lot of rocky stuff there, but you throw a line in off there, couldn't you? Oh mate, having a fish off the rocks. Certainly a good day for it. Raffer up there.
Yeah, expectations of Devonport, but it's lovely. It's all spread out nice.
Geez, looks good up here, doesn't it?
So busy. Oh, someone's fishing over there.
Yeah, having a rockfish. It's a fair way down there, isn't it, when you get up here? Never looks as high when you're looking back from it. Spirit of Tassie comes in over there. Look at Bass Strait. It's a treat today. Be beautiful sailing. We'll take you up and give you a look at the lighthouse. If you're going to go rock fishing, today's the day to do it. Unlike the people who are risking their lives at, where was it? Bloody Kiama. You know, that's real rock fishing. You're putting your life in danger. But this here, this would be a good spot to come down and throw a rod in. Wonder how old mate's going over there. Here's the lighthouse at Devonport. It's white on this side and she's red and white stripes on the other. Got some beautiful scenery up here. Really is. And there's a rock down here called the Hat. And a bit of a sad story coming up. I saw this yesterday. When you see the rock, they call it looks like a top hat. Anyway, it's a young fella here. There's a memorial to a young fella who tried to save his mate. His mate was in trouble and he jumped in to save him and he ended up losing his life as well. And there's a little memorial here and there's another one down further. Luke Adam Jacobs, guys, there he is there. And he was only 27 years old. Drowned at the Hat while saving the life of a mate in difficulty in 2010. 12th of December, just before Christmas. Dear oh dear. Just what the family needs, isn't it, at Christmas time. Anyway, mate, rest in peace. Brave young fella. There it is down there, that's the rock, and that's, I presume, what they call a hat, and it actually looks like a top hat or something. I'll put it on 2x zoom in a minute so you can have a look. Boat out there having a fish. Why wouldn't you on a day like today? Look at it, a little bit of swell. Wind's down, another boat right out there in the Bass Strait. I'm tipping the fishing would be pretty good around here too, if you had a boat. And look at that, looking up towards the northeast. We're heading that way tomorrow. Ulverston, Burnie, right up to a place called Stanley, right out there. So can't wait, and the countryside around here looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, just put him on 2x zoom, get a bit of a closer look. It looks like a, I don't know, a hat, top hat with a knob on the top or something. Heaps of birds out on that rock out there. There's old mate out there in his boat. There you go, the Devonport Lighthouse. I presume that still works at night. I must check it out tonight. Red and white stripes on the front. Look at the trails there. The planes, you can see them flying over from the mainland, probably landed in Hobart. If they don't land in Hobart, they're probably going to end up in Antarctica. There's a light plane up there now. Probably coming in, having a joy flight, who knows. Just come out, look at Coles Beach, and obviously some housing up there, beautiful homes. This Devonport, parks everywhere, bicycle and walking tracks. It's a bloody nice town, it really is. If you live in Devonport, let me know in the comments, please. Tell me what you think of it. Do you like living here? Because I tell you what, me and Roz we've put it on the we could live here list, well and truly. Especially you lived up in a beautiful house up on the hill there overlooking Bass Strait. Absolutely stunning. Saw a little rock wallaby just around the corner there too. Hope no one hits him. Well, this is Coles Beach, as in the supermarket, Coles Beach. Devonport. Bit of seaweed washed up. Rocks over there. What a beautiful day. Hey, I'm going to dunk my feet in the Bass Strait on this side. We dunked our feet in on the other side in Victoria. I'm going to dunk them in here in Tassie as well. This is a nice little play. The dogs can have a run around. Absolutely fantastic. So much better on a beautiful day. This is just stunning weather. It really is. Go on, Rafa, get it. Throw it, Mum. Oh, you idiot. It's up there. He said, that's too big, Mum, that stick. Anyway, I'm going to dunk the feed in Bass Strait on the Tassie side. See how this water is. It's chilly, but it's not as cold as I thought. I wouldn't go swimming in there. It's not that warm, but I thought it'd be colder than that, to tell you the truth. No colder than it was in Victoria, I don't think. Tasmania's got some of the most beautiful beaches in Australia. Not on this side. Wait till we get over the eastern side. Wineglass Bay, Bicheno. Wait till you see the beaches over on the eastern side of Tasmania. They are absolutely incredible. Nothing wrong with this one, but a bit of seaweed washed up. It's a great little beach. Rap's having a run, he's loving it. There is a girl going out for a swim. She bloody hell. Mustn't have any feeling. I think it's Victoria Parade along here. That's the Mersey River there. It comes into Devonport, and Devonport's just got parks and that everywhere. It's beautiful. And look at this park. I said to Roz, I've got to pull over here, guys. Vietnam War Memorial Park, Vietnam Veterans Association of Australia. There's, I can see some plaques over there. I'll go and have a read in a minute, but absolutely fantastic. Great to see Devonport bloody supporting and remembering our Vietnam vets. Good touch, Devonport. Population of about 23,000, so it's a decent sized town. Let's go over and have a look where Lukey and Roz are. That's looking back towards the little headland where the lighthouse is. And Hat Rock, I think I can see Hat Rock there, right on that very tip there. I think that's it. Looking out, look at that. Have a go at that. How beautiful is Bass Strait today? Oh, bloody King Neptune statue. I don't know what King Neptune's got to do with anything, but there he is. We are directly across from our caravan park, right across the mouth of the Mersey River there. And down there, that's where this will be a beautiful vantage point to watch the Spirit come in. Nice little touch here. Some plaques there of all those who served in the Vietnam War from 62 to 72, although it says 73 back behind me. Tells you they've since passed away. Rest in peace, guys. It's got a little plaque with what corps they were in. Engineers, a couple of Navy guys there, Armoured Corps, Ramey. Artillery over here. Can't see any SIGS badges on there. A lot of infantry. For those who don't know, the infantry badge of the Royal Australian Regiment is the wreath there with the crown on it. Cross rifles and the kangaroo in the middle. Commonly known as the Skippy badge, which is what Kaz wore, guys, the Skippy badge. If you're in infantry, you wore the Skippy badge, something their boys are very proud of. Probably the best badge, I reckon, in the Australian Army, the Skippy badge. Nice little shelter here. 3 barbecues, free barbecues, how good is that? And over here, the memorial wall, the memorial wall for the Tasmanians who paid the supreme sacrifice, 62 to 73. I thought we pulled out in 72, but I could be wrong on that. It was about 10 years. And there's all the Tasmanians that were killed in action in Vietnam. We lost 520 all over, and they're the Tasmanians. Rest in peace, fellas. Anzac Day, only a couple of days away. There we go. Vietnam Veterans Memorial. The plaques along this Memorial Avenue sacrificed 17 Tasmanians who lost their lives during the Vietnam campaign, 62 to 73.
The Norfolk pines all planted along. What a great touch.
I won't go through all the plaques, guys, but Pilot Officer Ronald William, 9 Squadron, Royal Australian Air Force, who were flying the Iroquois helicopters, if you think back to my Vietnam Veterans Museum on Phillip Island. Ron from Launceston was a co-pilot of the 2 Bush Ranger gunships called in to give direct fire support to 3 RAR who were pinned down from enemy-held bunkers in the Phuoc Toi region. He was the first RAAF pilot killed in action in Vietnam. That's when the Air Force used to own the helicopters, guys. 9 Squadron, the Iroquois and the gunships. And for all the Tasmanians killed in the Vietnam War, they've got a plaque for every one of them. I won't go through them all, but you get the idea. What a great touch. Well done, Devonport. Absolutely fantastic. One more quick one, guys. Private Gary Owen, 7th Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, Royal Australian Infantry Corps. He's only 19 years old, didn't make his 20th. Was a bricklayer before he enlisted in the army. In 1969, he was killed while on an ambush patrol in Phuoc Toi Province, Vietnam. Oh dear. Rest in peace, mate. And there's a heap more down this way. I'll tell you what, when you read these plaques, there's one thing you do realise, and that's the age of the men that were killed in Vietnam. 19 to 22, 24, they're all young men in their 20s. You know, their bloody lives were just getting going, guys. No, some of them were drafted in, their marble come out of that machine, and next thing you know, their asses in Vietnam, fighting a war that, looking back now, did we need to be there? Hindsight's a wonderful thing. I get why we went there in the first place, to stop the spread of communism. I get that. But looking back now, what was it for? Vietnam was taken over, and it's not a bad country, is it? You don't hear much about it. Tourism, a lot of the guys are all infantry boys, but there are some other corps there that were killed as well. I said, don't worry about Tassie. Might be a small state, but they bloody bat above their average, they really do. Hey, reading all those plaques, a lot of the infantry boys, there's some other corps in there, and Air Force as well, 9 Squadron. Makes you proud. Bloody proud of Devonport for doing this. Absolutely fantastic. Well, there you go, that's the second replica of the Long Tan Cross. Battle Long Tan. Delta Company 6 RAR, and my cousin Johnny Smith was on the gun line, as I said, fought in that battle. Delta Company received the US presidential citation for that battle. The only other time it happened for the Australians was Battle of Kapiong 3 RAR in the Korean War. Anyway, I forget where we were the other day. There was another replica of the Long Tan Cross. There it is there. Well, Devonport just keeps delivering for me. You know I love my soldiers' memorials and everything. Look at this one at Devonport. And this is where they'll have Anzac Day in 2 days' time. For the dawn service, Mike Blakely slacking. Anzac Day's probably the biggest day in Australia, to tell you the truth, where we honour our fallen that have fought in all the way, our veterans. And that is an absolute cracking memorial. Beautiful little flower garden around there, and as I said, just before sunrise in 2 days' time, half of Devonport will gather here and honour the fallen. They're pretty special, guys. If you haven't been to a dawn service before, do yourselves a favour, go to one, take your children, teach them what it's all about. It's something that and it's just getting more popular. Something that makes me proud is it's Anzac Day. Over the years, it's not fading away. It's getting stronger, if anything, the way it should be. The first Anzac Day was the 25th of April, 1916, a year after our boys landed Anzac Cove at Gallipoli. We all know that was just a terrible, bloody, disastrous stuff-up. Fought there for 10 months, lost a lot of good men, and we couldn't take the place. We had to go in through Palestine and that to do it. But anyway, well done, Devonport. What a beautiful place for a cenotaph, guys.
on the banks of the beautiful Mersey River. And when you've got a cracking day like this, it makes it look even better. Anyway, Lukey and Roz are down in the BT, and Lukey, he wants to take Roz to a bakery and have a Tasmanian curried scallop pie. Can you believe that? I might even have a bite too. Tasmanian sea scallop pie, not a potato scallop, a sea scallop pie. Well, there you go. You know you're in Tassie when you see a pub there, the Formby Hotel, Devonport, James Bogue's Draft, and it's not a bad drop either, let me tell you. Anyway, we'll spin around here. I said I wouldn't film it anymore. I can't help it. There she is. We've come for a walk from the mall. We just went up the mall and Luke and Roz had a Tasmanian curried scallop pie, and Roz said it was bloody beautiful. Rafa had a party pie, he smashed it. I just had a normal pie, and we had a nice little tart, and that was bloody beautiful. But there she is, Spirit 2. And I thought that might have been a bit of opposition to the Spirit, the Sea Road, but Lukey seems to think they do containers and that you can't actually book on Sea Road, which is the company that we went from Sereno to Queenscliff, Roz.
Yes.
From Geelong over to the other side there. So there she is, the Spirit. I think she'll go out again tonight. We'll see her go back out. I'll tell you what, if Tassie turns on more of this weather, we'll be very happy. That's looking out towards the mouth of Bass Strait there. Anyway, there's a couple of special statues up here I want to show you guys. Little walkway, some stairs. We might go up there, and if Rafa's allowed, go out on the end there and have a sticky beat. As we're coming in the other night on the Spirit, the Novotel there. That was the first thing I saw actually, the Novotel. As we're coming into the mouth of the Mersey River. Not a bad view, eh? Quick fact for you guys. Tasmania is the only location in the southern hemisphere where poppies are grown for licit production of morphine, codeine and labane, whatever that is, as opposed to Afghanistan where they grow it for heroin. There you go. I did not know that. Well, told you I had something special for you guys. You probably don't recognise this guy. His name was Joseph Lyons. Does that ring a bell? 1879 to 1939. He was the Premier of Tasmania from 1923 to 1928. And you're probably thinking, Buck, how are we supposed to know that? But he was also the Prime Minister of Australia from 1932 until 1939. Member of the Labor Party, I think he was. And Roz said there's a suburb in Canberra, Roz, called Lyons. A lot of the suburbs in Canberra named after Australian Prime Ministers. And this guy here, not only the Premier of Tasmania, the Prime Minister of Australia. 32 to 39, he was killed, or he died in 1939, which is a bit of a shame. And over here, Dame Enid Lyons, there's an old name, Enid Lyons. She passed away in 1981. His wife, and she was the first woman elected to the House of Representatives, and also the first woman appointed to federal cabinet in 1949. So she also became a politician. Dame Enid Lyons, 1879 to 1981. And one of our Prime Ministers, Joseph Lyons. I've heard his name, didn't know much about him. And also was the Premier of Tasmania, as I said. And the reason they're here in Devonport is they used to live here. They're from Devonport. A little place called Home Hill. Not Home Hill up in the Burdekin in North Queensland. There's another little place around Devonport here called Home Hill. Anyway, nice touch, isn't it? A couple of famous Australians from this little town of Devonport. Righto guys, we'll wind it up there. I didn't think I'd get a clip from Devonport, but I tell you what, Lukey, if Devonport's anything to go by,
I think we're going to be in for a great time here in Tassie, mate.
Yeah, it's bigger than you think Devonport is.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice sized town, 23,000. We went up the mall.
Yeah.
You said there's a bakery up there, and you and Roz had a curry, bloody Tasmanian scallop pie, and Roz is nodding her head. She said it was very nice. Rafa gave the little party pie the thumbs up. But Devonport is a very nice town. I'm very impressed with it. There's some beautiful places. I love the fact that they're very the war memorials and all that type of stuff, the Vietnam veterans and that. I love towns that do that. It means a lot to me being ex-military. But Devonport seems to have everything here, Lukey.
Yeah.
You know, like it's got some decent size. It's got a BCF. What else do you need, mate?
That's what I mean. No, there's everything you got here.
Yeah.
Like you told me this morning, there's nothing here, and then later today you said there's heaps here. I can make a clip out of this.
We had a quick drive around yesterday, and it was very windy, but we had a decent look today. The weather is absolutely stunning. Luke said it's only 18 degrees, Buck, and it feels warmer than that to me. It's beautiful weather. I'm in shorts and t-shirt. It is stunning weather, and I hope it stays like this a bit longer.
And Rossi was even wanted to go for a swim earlier.
Yeah. So anyway, Luke, we're gonna go on our way tomorrow morning, mate. You're gonna head back down to Launceston, about an hour down the road, and
you're going 30 minutes up the
around
road.
the 4th of May, which is not too far away, about a week and a bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch up with you in Launceston, have a come around, meet Mum and Dad again, have a barbecue, do a live feed.
Yeah.
We'll do a live feed with Lukey from Launceston here in Tasmania. Lukey can say g'day. We'll catch on Snorky's live feed tonight.
Yep.
Snorky's doing a live one. We'll both be on there tonight. But mate, thanks for showing us around today. Thanks for coming up and bringing all the stuff that we got. Yeah, no, it was good to see you again, mate. Last time we saw you was up the other end of the country, and now we're right down the bottom. But tell you what, guys, if you have not been to Tasmania, there's going to be a lot more. This is a special part. You live in a special part of the world, Lukey. You really do.
That's why they call it the Apple Isle.
The Apple Isle. A lot of people make fun of Tasmania and that, but I tell you now, I've got a soft spot for it. I reckon it's the best state in Australia, and that's coming from a Queenslander. Anyway, mate, we'll see you in a week or so, eh?
All right, then I'll see you there.
Righto, mate. What are we having for the barbecue?
You're paying for it.
All right. It's going to be skirt steak, not bloody rib fillet. No, we'll have a good one. Looking forward to seeing Mum and Dad too, mate. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to episode 30, mate.
30?
30. We're up to 30 already on our trip around Australia.
There'll be 110 at the end when you get to back home.
I reckon we'll be over 110 by the time we finish. But hope you're enjoying the clip. Hope you're enjoying our trip around. If you come into Tasmania on the Spirit, this is where you'll end up at Devonport. Beautiful little town. Have a look around, especially down around the lighthouse and that, and all the memorials and that. It's a bloody, as I said, we could live here. It's very special. All right, Rafa said, see you later, everyone. Tune in on the next one. Thanks, Luke. See you, mate.